What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this gun Deuce close mini scheme. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I actually am in the Houston Texans playbook. Again, I am in the Houston Texans playbook. So this formation can be found in other playbooks, and I'll make sure to link it in the description so you guys can see what other playbooks has these particular plays. But let's go in and dive right into it. So the only reason I'm using the Titans is really not a reason. Ryan Tannehill has like 84 speed, and they have a nice little read option on here. So I'm just trying to show you that you don't really need to have fast break and escape artists to be able to utilize this offense. So yeah, basically that's pretty much how that goes. Now personnel, I do have Pruitt right here because he's a faster tight end, and if I wanted to, I could just put Fisher right here. Why not? So the way this is gonna work is I'm just gonna show you guys a couple of my favorite setups, and then in gameplay, I'm gonna be just kind of showing you guys my setups that I use and why I use them and everything like that. So I'm only going to touch on a little bit in this actual. It should be about maybe 5-minute video, and then the gameplay itself is gonna be about 5 minutes. So nice little 10-11 minute video for you guys. So let's go in and dive right into it, man. So I really love this bench dick curl, and I'm gonna show you why I love it. So actually having my audibles, so the way my audibles look, I like having space and switch, lead option, lead read option, excuse me, bench dick curl, and RPO. And then a play that I love coming out in is actually gonna be this. Actually, you come out any one, but I'm gonna come out in bench X dig because I want to show you guys something. Because I want to show you why I actually prefer the other one. So let's actually. First, let me show you. I got garbage defensive line in here so I can have a little bit of time. And I have safeties at the linebacker position, just because that's what you'll see online. So let's actually go to cover 3. So, this is actually the bench X curl play or whatever. Now, the play that I love is going to be the bench dig curl. So let me show you the difference. So this is what the bench X curl looks like, and this is what the bench dig curl looks like. So you see this little route right here. This is going to be the route that I love. So let's go ahead and reset it. And now you can tell that this route is ran to the right side. So we're against cover 3. And let me show you one of my favorite setups versus cover 3, but it's not going to be with this play. So this is my favorite setup. Take an X, put them on a streak, triangle on a drag. Now this is going to destroy cover 2. So anytime they're playing cover 2, I love this play, but I don't love it against cover 3. And you're going to see why here in a second. So let me actually double team that end out there. Now watch circle. So for some reason, he's just not, well, right there, actually he does do a pretty good job of getting open. So maybe you can run it. When I was running it, I didn't like the way it looked online. So let me just kind of show you the other one. So let's go to bench dig curl right here, and let's go ahead and flip the play so we can run it to the wide side. Now let's do the same exact setup. X on a streak, triangle on a drag route, just like this. And I don't know, this one just breaks open a lot cleaner to me. As you can tell right there, look at how much more open that is. So that's why I personally love that one against cover 3, because for whatever reason the route is ran a little shorter, so it makes it open up a little bit more. So with this particular play right here, I love it against cover 2. I'm just going to spy this guy right here just because, but I love this play against cover 2 just because he gets open so well. Take X, put him on a streak, triangle on a drag route. And also I do want to talk about double Mabel coverage. I'm going to talk about that in a second here. So let me just show you this one. So I love this just because of how open it gets versus cover 2. As you can tell, we can just be able to pass lead that right there, get a nice little possession catch. Should have possession caught it, but didn't really possession it. But you can tell if they don't zone drop, you'll be able to have that all day against cover 2. And we have a backside in route that's going to hold the user. Now let's actually go back to bench dig curl. So when do I like this bench dig curl play? So I love this play when they're trying to double Mabel. So for those of you guys that might not remember what double Mabel is, this is where we take this guy, put him in a hard flat. Is he in a hard flat? Yeah. So we'll take this guy. Actually, we'll do it this way. We'll put this guy in a hard flat. Yeah. And then we'll put him in a purple. We'll spy this guy, and then we'll put him in a purple. So this is kind of what I mean when I say double Mabel, to where they might have this zone drop set on like 20, and then they have this one set on like 5 right here. So like 20 and then 5, you know, something like that. So this is where I actually love this play right here. So the reason why is because a lot of times they're actually gonna have to go to guard triangle. They have to go guard circle. So what we're gonna do is leave triangle on this route like this, and a lot of times you actually have this route right here wide open because of this flare route is actually going to pull the outside defenders away from triangle. So let me kind of show you that. So what you would do is you'll just roll here, come this way. You can tell you'll just have an easy read between triangle or square. And in the gameplay that you're going to see here in a second, you're going to see that's exactly how I was actually manipulating him, just with doing that cool little spacing concept like that. So the reason that it works, like I said, is because this flare route right here is going to widen out any of those outside zones. You see how both of them widen out? That's going to leave this open out. Just picture this being the user, which will 9 times out of 10 happen, because you'll have this route that actually gets covered, and then the user will have to decide, okay, who do I want to guard out of these two, and then we'll just make that read accordingly. So that's exactly how I love to pick on the double Mabel style coverage. Now, one thing I want to mention on real quick is the RPO Reflex. So whatever the reason, you'll get like pass interference, not pass interference, you get illegal man down the field so much with this play, and I just kind of wanted to show you, because a lot of times you'll be able to keep it and you'll be able to throw triangle, and it looks cool in practice mode, but for some reason in game, as you're going to see, they called me for illegal man downfield almost every single time. So please be careful running that play, and you'll see in the gameplay. Maybe you guys can tell me what I was doing wrong. Maybe I was doing something wrong. But last thing I want to talk about real quick is space and switch. Now in the game, what you're going to see me do is take circle, or take X, put them on a curl, and you see me motion them over. Now this setup is okay, but what's going to end up happening is that if they get bumped, like if circle gets bumped or X get bumped, they'll be like basically in the same exact spot almost. So you can tell how like they're almost in the same spot, and right there that was a risky throw. That's not my favorite setup. So it actually works better if you don't motion anybody. So I'm gonna show you that real quick, and then we'll go right to gameplay. So it actually works better if you don't motion anybody, and I found that out just coming back to practice mode. You can tell just a lot better spacing concept. So let's dive right into this gameplay. All right, so right here you can tell we are doing an RPO play. Now this time it actually does give me the penalty. So starting off the game, I do get illegal man down the field, and I'm not sure, like I said, maybe I was doing something wrong, but almost out of every time I called it, I pretty much got that, and I just wanted to show you guys the gameplay, so maybe you can, help me out, or just help anybody out who wants to run this offense. But right here, as I can tell, he's actually doing the double Mabel style, so that's why I actually did not have anything open. He had somebody in the flats, and he had somebody over the top, and he used the middle himself, which is great defense. Now, right here with this read option play, I love to keep with my quarterback every single time, because what happens is, a lot of times you actually don't get shown the read man, and so what I do to combat that, just keep it with my quarterback, because a lot of times that's going to be the best play. And make sure you are on conservative. Please make sure you put your stuff on conservative if you're going to run that read option play, because the worst thing you can have happen is fumble. So right here, what I was trying to tell you guys in practice mode, that I like that bench X curl play better, because it actually pulls those zones in cover 3 and makes it a lot more open. Now, this is actually me just playing around with this play the first time I ran it. Now, what I suggest you to do is not do this and actually just snap the ball. So you see how X and circle are in the same place, which is fine. But right here, a lot of things I like about this play too is that we can actually playmaker that guy up the field if they're playing cover 2, because cover 2 normally does a great job of taking that spacing concept away. That's why I like to use it that way. It's right there. I probably should have handed it off, but like I said, for some reason with that read option play, the reads isn't really clear, so I'll always just keep with my quarterback. That's just me personally. So right here, just running the simple concept. You see how he has somebody in the flat, somebody deep, and he's following my my dig route. That's perfect defense. That's exactly how you stop that. So me, what I did was I said, okay, now instead of putting X on a drag, I'm gonna leave X on that little hitch route. So now it's gonna be a read between X and circle, seeing what the user's doing, but he didn't zone trap correctly. Look at square. So how? I have no idea. I don't know how the trajectory on the ball was that bad, because square was literally just standing still, and normally they actually just let the person stand still and just do a nice possession catch animation. So I don't know, but regardless, we did end up getting the ball back. So right here, we are going to take that guy and motion him out. And like I said, I don't really suggest this setup just because of how they're both kind of right there. But with the style of defense he's playing, it doesn't matter, because he's not playing a traditional style. He's playing a double Mabel. So he's putting everybody out on the flats, and he's guarding the middle himself. So regardless, any setup will work. But if somebody's running a stock defense, just run that space and play just straight up how it is, and you'll have really good success out of it. So right here, I don't really understand like how that wasn't like illegal man downfield, because of how long I actually held on to the ball. So like I said, I'm not really sure. I know I watched it, and like the lineman would sometimes just go flying down the field, but I really don't understand why it's like that. But right here, he doesn't zone drop correctly, and we are going to be able to find a nice dot. So if they want to sit and play zone, I really love this offense. And if they want to play man coverage, I really love this offense too, just because of the plays that we have available to us. Right there, you could tell, got a penalty on it. Legal man downfield somehow. Have literally no idea how that even happened, but I'm gonna try to run the play again, see if maybe I did something wrong. And like I said, I could have just been giving it, but right there, like I feel like I'm not holding on to the ball long enough. So those were the 2 plays I was like, okay, I can't really just spam this play, So I don't know what it is, but we're actually gonna go ahead and run this crossing side up. not crossing, excuse me, the spacing concept. As I can tell, I really love this spacing concept, and I was motioning him over just so he won't know what play is coming. That's pretty much the whole motion point of it is. But right as you can tell, to finally get the spacing I was wanting, and right there we are going to be able to find a nice read to our tight end. And this is why this play is so dangerous, because we can actually just gain 19 yards just like that. It's right there I finally make the correct read. Decided just to give it to Derrick Henry because the read was easy, but the reads aren't always that easy for whatever reason. Sometimes they just don't read it well. So right there I seen him stop, and so I gave it to Derrick Henry, and just look at Derrick Henry doing everything else by himself. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.